Hello everyone, welcome to History and Culture. The famous peach blossom spring, described by China's renowned poet Tao Yuanming, might have remained unknown to the outside world if not for an accidental discovery by fishermen. Similarly, some of China's buildings and scenic spots are hidden so deeply that they go unnoticed, only being uncovered at certain unexpected moments. In 1992, some villagers in Jiaqing accidentally uncovered the veil of a 1,000-year-old ancient palace while draining nearby ponds. This discovery attracted the attention of archaeological experts. Although there is no conclusive evidence yet, this area has become a popular local tourist attraction, drawing large crowds of visitors during holidays. The small village, where the ancient palace was found, is located near Phoenix Mountain in Guangxu County, Jiaqing. Long ago, this area was a place of human habitation, and the living conditions were peaceful and beautiful. Surrounded by picturesque mountains and waters, the villagers lived leisurely. Much like the idyllic scene described by the poet, green trees meet by the village edge, and the green hills slope outside the city walls. The village was originally located next to Phoenix Mountain, but for various reasons, the villagers didn't know much about the mountain. It wasn't until 1950, when a catastrophic flood submerged the village, that the villagers were forced to relocate to the mountain. There, the environment was secluded and tranquil. Like the Jiaqing Valley from the Return of the Condor Heroes, a peaceful world away from the turmoil of everyday life. Since then, the villagers have quietly lived on the mountain, working at dawn and resting at dusk. The scenery on Phoenix Mountain is breathtaking, with many ponds scattered across the area. These ponds not only regulated the local climate but also provided a convenient water source for the villagers, so they never had to worry about their water supply. Unlike other places that required plumbing, the villagers could simply draw water from these ponds. During the off-season, the villagers grew curious about the depth of these ponds. Standing at the edge, the water seemed so deep that the bottom was invisible. They named one of the ponds the Bottomless Pond, reminiscent of the Crystal Palace in Journey to the West. These ponds, about 20 square meters in size, were more than enough to meet the daily needs of the village. In addition, the nearby temple used them as release ponds, where many devoted people would release fish and shrimp. Over time, these ponds became filled with aquatic life. However, strange things began happening each time the ponds filled up. The nearby rice fields would run dry the next day. This puzzled the villagers, and they speculated about the cause. The mystery of what lay beneath the ponds stirred the villagers' curiosity. Some things were simply beyond explanation, and so they chose to ignore the questions and live their lives. However, in 1992, an unexpected event reignited their curiosity. One villager caught a 37-pound fish from the bottomless pond, something no one had ever seen before. This discovery piqued the villagers' interest, and they decided to pool their funds, about 10,000 yuan, less than $2,000, to purchase equipment to pump the water out and uncover the secrets hidden beneath the pond. Finally, with the funds and equipment in place, several large pumps began working around the clock. After 4 days and nights, the water level dropped by about 1/3, revealing something at the bottom, for massive stone pillars, indicating that there had once been human habitation. This discovery only deepened the villagers' curiosity, and they decided to continue pumping the water until the full mystery was revealed. 17 days and nights later, the bottom of the pond was fully exposed, and a mysterious palace emerged. Villagers entered the underground palace with flashlights. The entrance was quite narrow, but once inside, it felt like stepping into another world. The palace concealed a vast space, with corridors and stone walls adorned with exquisite murals. There appeared to be signs of past habitation on the walls. The staircase leading to the exit was winding and serpentine, resembling the teeth of a saw, extending over 3 meters high. It seemed designed for large animals rather than ordinary humans. The villagers' actions attracted the attention of local authorities. When archaeologists arrived, they discovered that the underground structure was enormous. The halls contained several massive stone pillars, some reaching over 10 meters in height, giving the impression of entering the legendary Crystal Palace. This place did not appear to be a living area for humans but rather a mysterious ancient site. This unexpected discovery piqued the curiosity of both villagers and archaeologists, prompting them to continue using pumps to open up 7 additional caves. Upon investigation, it was revealed that there were a total of 24 caves in the area. The first 7 caves discovered were arranged in the shape of the Big Dipper, each one independent and not connected to the others. A closer inspection revealed that these caves were funnel-shaped, with vast interior spaces, particularly in the larger caves. There were 3 to 4 enormous stone pillars, shaped like fish tails. The tallest of these pillars reached 10 meters, while the smallest had a diameter of over 5 meters. These pillars were not only naturally formed but also served as load-bearing walls, supporting the structure of the caves and capable of withstanding over 3,000 tons of weight. To protect these precious pillars, iron rings were installed around them to prevent people from touching them. Local books and records make no mention of these caves, suggesting that ancient people were unaware of these underground remains. Regarding the origin of these caves, there has been much speculation. In cave number 1, the stone walls are etched with images of primitive birds, indicating that when the caves were built, agriculture and livestock farming may have already been in existence. The stone pillars also displayed cracks and even lightning-shaped symbols, suggesting that these caves were likely created by ancient people. According to preliminary research by archaeologists, the scale of the Phoenix Mountain caves is enormous. If they were man-made, they would have required massive amounts of labor, likely ordered by a king. More intriguingly, the construction of these caves was highly unique. Inside the caves, sunlight only shines in at noon, and there is no evidence of fire. In such a dim environment, even with torches, working would have consumed a lot of oxygen, making it nearly impossible for workers to endure prolonged sessions. Normally, caves are built on mountains, but these were constructed underwater, raising the question of what these underground caves were actually used for. One theory is that they might be royal tombs. To ensure secrecy, the water pools could have been used to conceal the entrances. In this case, the cave entrances were deliberately small to prevent outsiders from discovering them. However, no evidence of burial items, such as coffins or skeletons, has been found to date. Another theory suggests that these caves were not tombs but military structures, possibly used by King Goujian of Yue for troop training. It is speculated that these caves were built during the Bronze Age, when King Goujian was plotting his revenge against the Kingdom of Wu. He may have needed a concealed place to train his soldiers. Each cave is about 1,000 square meters, capable of holding 500 soldiers, meaning that the 24 caves together could accommodate over 10,000 troops. The problem, however, is that such a massive project would have taken years to complete. Goujian's forces were not strong, so using significant resources and manpower for the construction of these caves would not have been practical. Furthermore, the harsh conditions, high humidity and poor living standards, make it unlikely that the caves were intended for long-term military use. Some experts believe these caves were abandoned quarries. The stone mined above ground is hard, while the underground stone is softer and easier to extract. To prevent the stone from weathering, the entrances of the caves were designed to be very small, possibly to protect the materials. Additionally, the method of excavation inside the caves was done using a slanted technique, where jagged staircases were used to move the stones out. which were then transported via the nearby Jiaqing River to various parts of the country. However, if these were quarries, why were they decorated with such intricate patterns and designs? Ordinary quarries do not have such ornate appearances. And other abandoned quarries in the area lack such detailed carvings. Moreover, if these were quarries, there should be many tools for transportation and lighting. But nothing of the sort has been found in the caves. To this day, the true purpose of the Longyu caves remains an unresolved mystery, with experts unable to reach a unified conclusion. These caves have become a timeless enigma, and are now considered one of the 9 wonders of the world. The site has been developed into a tourist attraction, drawing large numbers of visitors eager to uncover its secrets. Relevant authorities are continuously improving the facilities to make the area more accessible to those wishing to explore further. This is the History and Culture channel. Liking and subscribing are the greatest help and support to us. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next time.